friends. I'm Lydia Carradine and I am melanated hyphenated convalescent. I am a Black woman who is an actress and a writer in Hollywood, and I am talking about my experiences with those realities as well as being chronically ill for almost a year now, and how those things coalesce. So last time I said I would do a slightly longer video, and I lied because in the past couple of weeks, your girl has had hives. Your girl has had increased fatigue and dizziness and eye strain. Why? And so much nausea. So I don't know what that's about. And I'm not feeling too hot. But I wanted to make a video because I'm trying not to spin out as I wait for some new diagnoses. I have a lot of questions. So I mentioned last time that I was prepping for some MRIs, and essentially my neurologist was looking for confirmations of MS. This is not a surprise to me. I've been exhibiting symptoms for a couple years now. My mom has it, my aunt had it, and I was like, okay, all right, I can deal with this. It's like I said, it wasn't a surprise, right? And so this morning I had a telehealth video visit with a different doctor. So I was like, I'll just see if they've posted my results yet so I can talk about them with the person I was meeting. And they had, and I am not an expert in these things. I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to medical school. But I saw something else that we weren't necessarily looking for. So that's fun. The point is, if my neurologist does not respond to me in the next 48 hours, I am going to fully commit to self-diagnosing on WebMD, and we know that's not gonna be good. But whatever I saw, whatever that means, regardless of that, I was already, because of what's been going on the last few weeks and the last couple months, I was like, I need to make some serious life adjustments because I thought that I had pulled back enough, but I haven't. I need to really embrace radical rest, and my medical treatments are taking up so much time and energy that that's my job right now, essentially. So I need to be okay disappointing people. That's something that I'm continuing to work through. I've already started thinking about, oh, if I do this, this person's going to be affected, this person's going to be affected. And I have to bring it back like, oh wait, but if I don't, I might die. Maybe not. Not immediately. I don't want to be an alarmist, but I will continue to, my actions will be very detrimental to my health if I don't take it more seriously. So there's that. And along with not disappointing people there's this idea of you as the disabled person or someone who's chronically ill or just dealing with a specific serious health issue, having to make the person you're talking to feel comfortable. And that also takes a lot of energy. And I am sort of done feeling like I need to do a type 5 about my illness. I'm not doing it. This is not an open mic. And so now I'll ask people when they say, hey, how are you doing? I'll say like, fine. But if they press, I'm gonna say, well, okay, do you have the capacity and even the desire to hear about a litany of my symptoms? Because if you don't, that's perfectly fine. But I'm done doing songs and or dances because I don't have the energy and because I don't want to. So that's that. And I will say that I feel like people on both sides of relationships need to be okay. Like, your ride or dies aren't always going to be available to you in the same capacity. And that's fine. If you're not fun enough for them anymore, some people are there for a reason and some are for a season, you know? And so you know, you might have to just adjust who you share with and how and when. That is okay. If you have a friend who's going through something serious, my new advice is be helpful or get out of the way and shut up, because I have found that people want to be helpful, but they want to do things that are helpful the way that they think is helpful, and it's like, that's actually not helpful to me. Or they quickly turn it into like comparisons, whataboutisms, or asking me to list everything to kind of prove. I'm not doing that anymore. I can't do that. So I would say, if you have a friend that's going through something, like, really be available to listen. And if you're not, don't ask. And it's okay if you can't solve the thing. Like, if you're not a doctor, you're probably not going to be able to solve the thing. It's fine. But just being available, being there to listen is really helpful. And so, thinking about MS, I just read an article by Selma Blair, or where she was being interviewed. I think there's a new one in Vogue, but I saw it in the Hollywood Reporter. And she's talking about how she's had MS for most of her life, but she wasn't diagnosed, and she was worried about being labeled as difficult, and, you know, people thought that she was like moody and things, and she was a diva because of things that happened on set, and she was trying to manage her illness and how she didn't want to be seen as an insurance risk. And Christina Applegate, who is also an actress and who also has MS, is the one who encouraged her to get tested and helped her really work through her diagnosis and manage her disability. And being labeled difficult is the worst thing that a woman can do, even if there are legitimate health issues in Hollywood. Even though many men can throw chairs at people and hold up productions and abuse people on set, and they're geniuses, but that's another conversation. And so that brings me to our very talented girl, our good sis, Nicole Beharie. Because if anyone remembers, in 2016, she was fired from Sleepy Hollow because she had an autoimmune disorder, and her co-star also, they had the same illness at the same time. He was given a month to recover, and she was forced to keep working. And even in the like couple of weeks that she was trying to recover, the studio sent doctors to her every day to like prove that she was sick. The doctors kept saying like, no, she doesn't need to work. And she basically said like every person of color on the set was expendable. And because she had to keep working, she then developed the autoimmune disorder, but she was labeled difficult. People said she was hard to work with. And then she was blacklisted for about 4 years, which, she was sick. She was sick. But people don't like when Black women take care of themselves, or speak up for themselves, or cause them any kind of inconvenience in any way, if you're not serving, then what are you doing here? Is kind of the vibe, which is really upsetting, but it's something that I really had to think about as I sort of take advantage of the fact that there is going to be a strike, so I have time, like more time to be working through all the health things that I need to work through. But I'm thinking about after that, like how I'm going to have real boundaries around what I can and can't do as a writer and an actress, and being okay with opportunities that I might not be able to take advantage of, or people thinking of me a certain way because I'm like, I can do this but not that, or I can do this but like one time and not 5 times, or whatever. So that's a very real thing. I think about that a lot, and I hope that I'll have a different experience, but we'll see. So I'm gonna link to articles with Selma, Blair, and Christina Applegate and Nicole Beharie, and also one of Alecia Renece's videos about resting without having to earn it, because you don't have to earn it. If you need to take care of yourself, take care of yourself, please. Because even though you have a support system, for the most part, you have to be your first and most adamant advocate. You just do. And so, yeah, please share how you're taking care of yourself, or how you have in the past, or encourage someone else to take care of themselves. And send me songs, books in the comments, anything to distract myself, because I am gonna get back on WebMD and try to figure out how to solve this thing that I think I figured out reading these graphs. I really just need my neurologist to email me back, because I don't know. I don't know what I read, but it didn't look good. So there's that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.